The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Monday! We're going to the Super Bowl!
Hey.
Looking live at a moist and damp Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is.
Oh, where it is my wife.
It is 41 degrees. The high is 42. The low is 36.
He is Shannon. That is Nate. This is Kurt. One pump Daniels, because two pumps now get you a flag. In the back is Chris Beam, keeping us live and local. And as always, no matter what color I got on, I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys. The sports talk equivalent of Braille people feel us when we speak.
Wingstop is here.
And on Friday, it's really going to be here.
It sure is. Wing drop. Kurt, you okay after that game? Your beloved Chiefs lost?
No, I'm glad, man. I want the Cowboys to win. I was happy.
What a game.
My little group chat was pretty silent, though.
Was it? Was it?
Everybody want to talk about barbecue. Everybody start talking about barbecue.
They start talking about Christmas plans. Hey, what y'all doing for Christmas, man? Nah, you got to deal with this Thanksgiving whooping today.
How was y'all's Thanksgiving, by the way?
Wait. We just not gonna let y'all. We're not gonna, cause normally my boy on my side. We just not gonna let him skate through this thing, you know. Then you pick the Chiefs to win.
I did.
Then you two pick the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
I did. I sure did.
And he tried to throw it on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure did.
I was worried about, need to see.
I will let you know, though. I had the score right. Team draw. I had 31-28. Chiefs. Man, what a game, though. Like, this is one of those games where, we thought the team was different. You thought the defense was different. No matter it's a down year for the Chiefs or whatever, it's still the Chiefs.
Correct.
It's still Patrick Mahomes.
Correct.
Yeah, sure.
It's still, this is one of those wins that this really, if you beat the Lions, nobody's going to want to play this team. Nobody's, especially in the NFC, nobody's going to want any part of the Cowboys if you take care of business against the Lions. Like, this is a statement win, not only for the fan base, but for those guys over in the locker room. Like, what does this do for your confidence, Nate?
You just keep building, man. You just you feel good. You don't get your chest too high, your head too. You don't get up in the clouds. You just got to remember. Just remember that feeling of how it feels to win and how it feels to lose, and which one you want to do the most. Be a part of the most. And what you can control, you can control. And, man, it's just one game at a time. And ain't that one of the oldest cliches in the world? One game at a time. But if you ever mess around here and look ahead, you're going to get your head beat in. Yeah. So, Jess, with your
by the way,
disgusting green.
Beautiful. You look glowing today.
Yeah, the face, but not the sweatshirt. That ugly. Come on,
that green
Jess.
really brings out your eyes, Jesse.
I appreciate that. I take all compliments. I swing one way, but I take all the compliments. I take all.
You say you swing what?
One way.
Oh, okay.
One way.
Okay.
I take all the compliments.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all you got?
He's waiting for some more. Kurt, give him.
No, I thought you had something else.
No.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Am I answering the question?
Yeah, he asked you what you thought.
What you thought
about the game?
Yeah. We got him all. Look.
Yeah, they talking about he swing one way.
He's like, the game was Thursday.
Yeah, he eating it up.
That's old news.
It's about me. No, the game was amazing. This is one of those games where we always talk about late November into December is where you want to start peaking at. This is where you want to start finding out a lot about your team's resolve, right? And it sucks that the Cowboys got in such a deep hole early into the year, right? Because you talk about, one or two of those games that you probably should have won. If those are on the other side right now, you're talking about you being 8-3-1, or maybe, 9-2, and building this level of momentum. This is the kind of momentum you want heading into December. And with the way the schedule is laid out for you, had you done your work earlier, you would be saying, all right, we beat Detroit. Now it's really kind of home sailing. We can just start preparing, for that December football. And then what does January look like? Because everything seemed to kind of, even though it may not have been orchestrated the way that it has turned out, because I'm sorry, I do find it hard to believe that what's happened now was planned in June. I think that situation led to another situation, led to some desperation, led to you having to move a different way, which ultimately led to some good things. And guys got healthy at the right time. I knew, we talked about it on this show, what this offense was going to be. I told you guys coming out of training camp, this offense is going to be amazing. I said, I saw the way that they practiced and the way CD looked and the way that George looked, and I'm like, Dak is going to work well with these dudes and all that kind of stuff. And Javonte fit in just fine. And now they're seeming like they're peaking at the right moment. I just don't know if there's enough time or games left for them to fully reach that potential. Because a team playing like this right now, you don't want to see in the playoffs. Like, if this is a team that you have to find, like if you're a 1 or 2 seed, you have to play the team come out of the wild card game or something like that, you don't want to face a team like this. Not the way they played the last 3 weeks. You don't want to face a team like that. So they've done wonderful the last few weeks. It sucks that the Carolina game happened and the Bears game happened, which Arizona happened, and which 2 out of 3 of those might not look so daunting after all, because I told you guys about that coach in Chicago.
You did.
I told you guys about that shit in Chicago. We got things turned around, and and then hell, I don't know if I text you guys or not, but Carolina is one of those teams we talk about every single year about, windows, and at one point in time a team could be down and out, but if you give them enough time, enough draft picks, and the right coaching and people in place, they start turning things around. Carolina, look out. They're one of those teams. I'm not saying this year, but in a year or so, if they draft right, maybe do some things right, they got a coach, they got some core pieces.
Little Tink got some swag to him now.
Little Tink is finding some weapons out there. That thing could turn around, and now Carolina could be a team that you got to deal with in the overall, NFC. But the Cowboys are playing some good football right now.
Are we looking at now that the Cowboys got to win the division to get in? At one time,
I think it might be easier to win the division now than it would be to get in on the wild card.
I mean, because it's
the Eagles don't look great.
No.
That
might be that might be your best bet at this point in time.
You know what? You're right. It would be a shame to miss the playoffs this year and waste a whole year, because you have the offense, you have what's shaping up to be the defense. You're learning to face adversity, which we haven't seen in forever. You go down to the Chiefs, usually game over.
Right.
You start the game like that, and it's like, here we turn the TV off. Let's go eat some more turkey. This team, like you said, they're getting it together getting healthy at the right time, figuring it out. If you miss the playoffs by a game, like this may be one of the biggest travesties in recent memory for a Cowboy team, because they screwed around at the beginning of the year and didn't do what they were supposed to do.
And what was they supposed to do?
Win games.
That's the bottom line, right?
Yeah.
So whether we was Quinnless or Parsonless, you were still supposed to win games, especially the games that you really had an opportunity to win. But like Jesse said, the sorry Chicago Bears don't seem sorry now. The sorry Carolina Panthers do not seem sorry now. So maybe we was misjudging them, and maybe we misjudged the Cowboys. But the bottom line is, at the end of this year, you're going to be where you're supposed to be. If that's the playoffs, it's the playoffs. If not.
And what makes it just foreshadowing a little bit, what makes it, not to look into next year, but as things are formulating now, you just never know what next year is going to look like. Like, this roster is going to be completely different. Mm-hmm. Like anything else, this is a not for long league. Someone will get hurt. Something will happen. You know what I mean? Where you may lose a core piece. Who knows what the schedule makers will have you have next year? Again, your division will continue to get better. It seemed like the Giants have found their quarterback. Mm-hmm. Now they'll try to find pieces around him. Hopefully, I don't know what Washington will do, but they got a quarterback, and they'll try to find more pieces to put around him. Maybe not so many old pieces, maybe some younger pieces, and then who knows what'll happen with Philly? I mean, they've been good. They've been good the last couple of years, but now the Cowboys got to they got to stop meddling around and bring their tail to the party. But you look at things that are in place, like Green Bay's going to continue to want to push for, and Detroit and the Niners and Seattle seem like they got something going. So there's a lot happening in the NFC as a whole that makes it look difficult this year or next year. But things will happen to them, as well. But you just don't want to waste those games early. And we talk about this so much with these teams, with the Cowboys in general, just dropping so many games that you don't want to drop. Even when they make the playoffs, they go back and it's like, dog, we needed that game. That would have put us at a 1 seed. We would have had 2 home games. We wouldn't have had to go on the road. We would have avoided to play that particular.
But the bottom line is this, Jess. The reason we are sitting here able to talk about what we're talking about and what you're putting together real sweet there is, we did not have the players.
Yeah.
Now we have the players. So could we have?
Remember we talked about, I'm going to cut you off. I don't mean to cut
me
you
off, bro, because you finna say something good.
Because I remember when we had this conversation in October, late September, October.
Right.
And everyone kept saying, and I wasn't saying that, hey, fire Eberflus if you want to fire Eberflus, right? But I kept saying on this show, they don't have good football players. And everybody's like, oh, it's the system, it's the scheme, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, I hear y'all. They don't have good football players. And everybody's like, oh, get Eberflus out of here. I'm like, they don't have good football players out there.
That zone looks a little different when you get some pressure.
And when you get players out there, I'm telling you, stuff works. Because that was always the thing about it, like, oh, simplify. Wait, what? You simplify when you either have dumb or you don't have good players. And I am not of the belief, because I have played this game and I've been around this game. The integral parts of football, it is impossible for you to be dumb. And you can't be. You cannot be.
And not get to this level.
You can't be. If I sat here and try to break things down to you, and you had to differentiate between a 1 technique and a 3 technique, and what a zone is and what your keys are, and if the guard does this, you do this, and the tight end goes here, and the strength goes from right to left, you can't be dumb and play this game. It has too many moving parts in it but what you can be, just not good enough. You could just be out there, and the dudes across from you, who they play a bunch of money to as well, just that much better than you. And again, I'm still not saying that Eberflus should be here or not be here, whatever. But I try to tell folks, this team, what they was marching out there every Sunday wasn't good enough. And that's not me taking shots at those men. It's just saying that those men together weren't good enough athletically to go up against the things that they were going up against. Now, whether that's communication plus athleticism, understanding of defense plus athleticism, but all of a sudden now, you go when you take what Nate likes to call an A+ player, okay, you just drop him in the mix. And then you go and add a healthy Overshown, and you just put him right there in the mix. And all of a sudden now, all the guys that was out there before who couldn't quite get it done, it was like, nothing. Eberflus didn't change. He didn't change. Like, Kenny Clark didn't change. Osa didn't change. All these other guys didn't change. Kenneth Murray didn't change. He's still going the wrong direction. Look it up. Donovan Wilson didn't change. He still can't cover in space. But when you start adding those force multipliers and those A-plus players into the mix, all of a sudden things get a little bit different. So when you have other guys that have, marched around in these fields a time or two before, and they're telling you like, hey, they just don't have the players, just listen a little bit, just a tad bit, because we try to tell y'all early in the year. There's a reason why there's tiers. There's a reason. That's not a fake thing. If there was a bunch of Jesse Hollies, a bunch of Jesse Hollies look like the USFL. I'm telling you. If you just put a bunch of Jesse Hollies out there, just the USFL. It's a bunch of really good dudes who
Try hard guys.
I'm a little bit more try hard, but try hard guys. But there's a reason why there are Jamar Chases and CeeDee Lambs of the world. There's a reason why there's Matthew Staffords and Aaron Rodgers of the world. There's a reason why there's Bijan Robinsons and Adrian Petersons of the world. Like that's not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. That's a real thing. There's a reason why those dudes in the Hall of Fame, because I ain't in the Hall of Fame and I ain't even on the street. There's a reason for that. Because those dudes make a major, major, major difference. And when you have a few of them on your squad, it helps the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams, whoever's the coordinator over that position. You add good enough players in there, all of a sudden the things that couldn't work before magically start to work.
I heard a talent say, I'm still not going to get Eberflus, his flowers. You don't have to. You don't have to. But players know players and players know game. And every show I've been on, everybody is cheering and this, that, and the other. Like, all of a sudden, something magically happened. And it didn't. It was a first and a second round pick that brought in Quinnen Williams. It was a third or fourth or whatever brought in Wilson. So the players changed, the responsibilities changed. Now Donovan Wilson played the majority of the snaps. Remember, he couldn't play 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's like, wow, what is Donovan Wilson doing? Well, nothing's changed about Donovan, but now he does what we call assignment alignment. Ability alignment. Okay, I ain't as fast. Let me back up now, because if I don't, they're gonna put the kid from Florida A&M in there. So now your snaps went down. So now you either perform and do what we ask you to do, or you don't play, because we got guys up front that are playing and that are doing their jobs. When you hear Quinnen Williams talk, I'm doing my job. When you hear Luke. Wilson talk.
Logan Wilson.
I'm doing my job. When you hear Overshown talk, these guys around me are doing their job. It just allows me to do my job. Now it ain't, we can't play this. We can't play that. We are more of a man team.
Funny, we don't hear a lot of that no more.
We don't
hear
that no more.
We don't hear all the calls of what we cannot play.
And I tell people over here, on every show that I've been a part of, stop, bruh. Stop. Y'all finally figuring out what this group know. It ain't about how great your coaches is. It's about, can the scouts go out and get the talent, and then the coaches evaluate and put these talented players in position to win. So when we started out, whatever we started out, that's who we were, y'all. That's who we were. So we look back and say, oh, man, Carolina. We look back and we say, oh, man, the Bears. Well, Jesse told you what he felt about the Bears coach. He told you that he thought he's going to turn his team around. He's done that. Because guess what? The Bears have always had the talent, no discipline. No discipline. Well, we were lacking in certain areas in talent. And I'm not going to bring this kid name up because it's not fair. He's not here anymore, so he's not a part of us. But remember, we drafted a guy in the first round? Remember that guy? Think of where he's at and think of where Quinnen Williams is at. Is it even in the same stratosphere? Come on, players. Come on now. See, and that's what you was trying to defend on Eberflus. Think about it. That's what you was thinking. Hey, go turn this guy around, Eberflus. How can I turn him around and dude won't even get up on the snap? Think about what you're saying when you trying to make a man lose his job. Now, if you want to fire him, I'm with you, Jeff. If you want to fire him after this season, fire him. I'm good. He couldn't get Quinnen Williams going. He couldn't get Clowney going. He couldn't get these guys going. Yeah, them players. He couldn't get them going. Get him out of here. Come on, bro. Let's keep it real now. You are what you are. Right now, what's our record?
6-5-1.
6-5-1. You 6-5-1. What you better do is beat Detroit. Because every game that you don't win, worrying about what Philly gonna do, nah, man. Philly. Remember a couple of years ago they fell off the map. They done did the fall off the map. They done did the win streak. We don't know who Philly is. We don't know who they are. But we know right now that the Cowboys are a better defensive team. Jesse talked about it. I saw it in training camp. We knew the offense was gonna be. But the defense now, what's that? Where we ranked at now in giving up points? Because we went from 31 to 29. Where we at now? We giving up 31 a game.
Points allowed, we're still 31st. Not well. That's overall for the season. Though.
Yeah. Okay. I go.
About since then, we're definitely.
Yeah, we better.
See if you
team.
can find that. I'm interested since the trade. Was that 3 games ago?
Going into last week, we were. Points allowed, we went from 31st to 11th since the trade.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what you talked about, right, Jess? If we can just get in the middle of the road defense, we can get, if Eberflus can just get if we can get Quinnen Williams, we can get to the middle of the road. Yeah.
I am so glad this trade happened in the middle of the season because once again, Nate and Jesse have proven it's the only show you need to talk to.
This is the only one, baby.
They've been telling y'all since training camp, we don't have the players. It ain't the coaching. It ain't the scheme. We don't have the players. And if we wouldn't have made that addition in the middle of the year, we'd have rode this season out and everybody been like, nope, it's the coach. And just like Nate said, you drop them in and instantly it's like Nestle Quick. You mix it up, it's like boom.
And I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that you're not going to have a bad game here or there. Philadelphia, 281 yards rushing. Come on, against that front.
Happened.
How? But you know what? It was against Ben. Isn't that right?
Ben Johnson.
He has some angles. But are you talking about creativity?
See, that's when you're See,
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
here's when coaching really
Can we
matters.
go to a break?
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll talk about
Jesse ready. He's ready for that one.
when coaching matters when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
Oh, I do.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? And how about those Hillshire Farm Little Smokies cocktail links? We're big fans of both. After you enjoy the game, keep the celebration going with our savory, delicious Little Smokies cocktail links. Whether it's bringing incredible flavor to your family gatherings or surprising friends with mid-game fuel, Little Smokies cocktail links are sure to be a crowd pleaser. Get yours today at your local grocery store and enjoy them your way. Hillshire Farm is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hillshire Farm is calling.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com.
Blockchain!
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right. You guys were rolling that first segment. Me and Kurt just passengers on the bus. So keep it going, Jesse. We're talking about coaching. You were talking about Nate was talking about Ben Johnson up in Chicago, and you were saying this is when coaching matters.
Yeah, because it's Ben Johnson, it's McVay, it's Shanahan, it's Stefanski. It's when you start talking about the good ones. When I know that we just have better talent, I don't have to coach that up. You know what I mean? Like when the Cowboys went and played the Raiders, I don't got to coach that up. We're just better.
Right.
We're better than them. And as long as we don't turn the ball over and make dumb mistakes, we're better than them. We just are. Where the coaching really, really matters is when I come up and I gotta look another dog in the face.
Philly.
When I gotta get to a point where now my talent is equal to your talent, or my talent is a little bit, your talent is a little bit better than mine. Now that's when coaching comes into play. Now I have to be able to come up with the scheme, a play calling, the right timing of it, how to set a play up. That's when the best ones come about, right? Coaching is being able to take the talent and then distribute it in such a way that it makes everybody better. One thing I knew about, what Ben Johnson would do, I knew that he would bring a level of creativity to that offense that they hadn't had before. And I knew that he knew that he had one of those wild horses like that you see on the beach that nobody can tame, but they're beautiful, and if somebody could tame it, it will be a prized possession. Well, he had that in Caleb, but nobody could tame Caleb. Nobody could get Caleb to see the game the way that it needed to be to see the game. Same thing with like guys like, Daniel Jones, and you see guys like, go other places and get to the coach and, look at, what's my guy in Seattle? Sam Darnold. Same way when he was with Minnesota. So like you get certain guys that are, even when he got Jared Goff, he was like, I can take this dude to the next level. And coaching truly matters is when I have to go up, when Jimmy Johnson had to go up against Bill Walsh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you got to go up against that level of type coaching where now it's we know that you got a talented roster. You know I got a talented roster. Now I have to play this chess game with you and figure out where do we have an advantage and how we can attack that. Because if not, then you got enough talent where you might beat us because you're going to do something. And that's where the coaching really matters at. When you have to go face that true talent, when you got to really go and face, and then your athletes take over. You put them in the right position to succeed, then they take over. Like even like Kansas City, Kansas City, that's two coaching minds that you have to go up against him, Spagnuolo and Andy. And Andy Reid. And I can bet your bottom dollar the thing that Steve Spagnuolo was not anticipating was that CeeDee Lamb would do that to Trent McDuffie. Ooh, yeah. He didn't anticipate that.
Out. Nobody did.
He didn't anticipate that. In Steve's
Only me
mind,
and Jesse anticipated.
In Steve's mind, he thought to himself, my all-pro corner will fare well against one of their players. So I don't have to kind of scheme up around that. I can go focus my attention elsewhere.
Were you surprised at how dominant he was against him?
Yes, I was. I mean, it was a good matchup, and CD came out on the greater side of it.
Because usually when you have two studs like that, 50, 60 yards. That's a good game.
That's a good
for him.
game.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
you know what? We battled. We went up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose. You didn't win. You didn't lose. I didn't win. We battled.
Right.
We dap up. See you next time. But CD went off. Over 110 yards, a touchdown, multiple big plays. I mean, over 110 yards receiving, and then multiple defensive pass interferences on you. So that could have been another 30 to 50, 60 yards added onto that list. So, but that's what happened. I let my good go against your good. My good won today. Now, if that matchup happened again, it could easily go the opposite way. And it wouldn't be a slight on CD. It would be, Trent Duffy's probably the second or third best cornerback in the league. You, like I said, you might say Surtain and Stingley, and then. So, I know Spag didn't game plan for that. He didn't game plan for his all-pro corner to get torched. Because it doesn't. At that point in time of the year, Trent McDuffie did not give up more than 45 yards receiving.
Yeah.
So you sitting there. So you know what I'm saying? So like Spags lay there at night and thought to himself, all right, okay, cool. Trent's gonna do what he does. McDuffie's gonna do what he does, and I gotta worry about everything else. I gotta worry about how I can scheme up the other side. Trent's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Then it happened, snap, Trent's not having the day. Now what do? All I can do now is just hope, hey, Trent, hey, come on, man, we need you. You're gonna make a play, you're gonna make a play, you're gonna make a play. This play never came. Right?
So they had somebody at Baylor, man. Somebody they didn't want to announce. They said it had some bad burns on. That was the truth.
Yeah, airlifted him. Airlifted him to Baylor.
Right up out of here, man.
Right to the Baylor burn unit. But yeah, so like
you didn't get that, did you?
I did.
Okay, all right.
But like that's the you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that I don't care who you are. You can't plan for Patrick Mahomes to get out of a sack, stumble halfway down, and then all of a sudden side on the ball 45, 50 yards down. Who's game planning for that?
I would love for them to do one of those sports science episodes on like he doesn't look that strong. His throwing motion is not mechanically sound. He just wings it.
Yeah.
Like
That's
falling
a baseball
down.
background.
Yeah. So that's when, like I said, that's when coaching matters. Coaching matters in that moment in conjunction with your talent. Because you can try to, it's different in high school and different in college. Because, every now and again, but at this league, with this level of talent, it's different.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, final thoughts on the game before we move forward. The rest of no show on Thursday, right? We
Game on Thursday.
do have a show Friday, right, Chris?
Correct.
We lose 2 days.
We have one Wednesday too.
No, you do not have one Wednesday.
No show Wednesday.
No, it's a travel day.
Well,
I will not be here on
but
Wednesday.
I wasn't sure. If
I mean,
Paul or somebody
the
was
show must go on, Chris. Don't you have people that you've trained to
No,
step in?
everybody getting in on it now. Don't nobody want to stay. Everybody want to get on the plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody want to
Shit
work.
happened when we win. Everybody want to ride now,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, Chris, the only one we can depend on, y'all.
So we got to cram it all in tomorrow, huh?
That's correct.
Man, you need to train somebody. I need that $10.
Hey, I try.
Christmas around the corner, man.
Hey, why you think I jumped on that early? Why you think I jumped on that early show?
Trying to get some extra dollars out of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our last break. We'll be right back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven. Open 24/7, just like CeeDee Lamb. We talked about it earlier. Can the receiver? You can't get much better than what's going on right now, can you? I mean, those two guys, Pickens, you just throw it in the vicinity, and he's going to one-hand it. He's going to do something crazy. CD, was that his, Jesse, you're a receiver, was that his, I'm still here, I'm still the guy? Like,
it's just CD playing football.
It's just him?
Yeah, that's all it is,
That's
man.
just CD playing. Like, I get people are like, oh, that's like.
Were they shading Pickens more or anything? He was just beating them.
No, but that's not how they play defense. Like they play defense in the sense of where they're gonna have two high shell, right? So they're gonna have the two high shell, and they're gonna because they're gonna do more blitzing up front. So they're gonna add more, they're gonna do some two high shell. They're gonna do some cover six. They're gonna do some two man. So they're like Spag. That's why I call him a sicko, because he's gonna throw so many different things at you. But in his mind, a lot of times when things got a little bit down for them and he started adding more pressure, his thought process was, well, Trent McDuffie, this is literally my all-pro cornerback. I'm going to put him over there and be fine. And Shadi said, well, this is my all-pro wide receiver. And I'll take that matchup as well. And I don't think either one of those coaches, again, if you lined them up tomorrow, I think Spags will go, there you go, Trent.
Do it again.
Like, go ahead.
Yep.
Like, you've shown me enough. You've proven to me enough in this league that you can handle that. And I bet Shadi said the same thing. Shadi would go, okay, CD. There's Trent.
Wow.
Have at it. We not, you know what I mean? Like, we're not backing down from that, because those are the level of players that you have. And you just hope that your guy comes out on top that time. That's one of those things where if they fight 10 times, it could be 10 different winners.
Speaking of winners, Chris, congratulations. Chris had the Cowboys winning 28-17.
Yep.
Kurt and I did not have the Cowboys winning. Jesse and Nate did, but not closer than Chris. So
it's 2 weeks in a row.
Good job, fellas.
Ooh,
Good job.
you.
What, Kurt?
Yeah.
Since you haven't gotten to talk much today because these guys have been
that's
rolling
good stuff.
No, great stuff. What did you like the most about the game? What stood out to you, or what's something that surprised you?
Well, I like the fact that it worries me they keep falling behind early. That's not a great thing, but they just are able to overcome this adversity, and I don't know if that's the leadership thing, the culture thing they always talk about, or just more talent. I don't know what it is, but it's nice that it'd be even nicer if they didn't fall behind. But to see them come back and fight through that again, I thought when the Chiefs took that lead, and even when they started coming back later, I thought, man, can they hold on to this? So it's really good that they've, there's been years when we knew once they were behind, they were done.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that changing.
Yeah, I think it's for the first time you have confidence in a defense against a good team to get them off the field. Like in years past, especially this year, but in years past, you always felt like against a good team, when you needed a stop in the fourth quarter, you couldn't stop anybody. And it feels like now a few weeks in a row, it's like you're starting to get some confidence. Are they learning how to win, Nate?
Yeah, you learn how to win, not make mistakes, not have a lot of penalties at the wrong time. And Jesse said it a lot, and I've always believed this. It was going to be somewhere in the third quarter where they just rack off about 7, 8 straight runs. That ain't happening now. Where you just going to gash them for 7 straight. You may run it 7 times, but it ain't going to be for 8 yards a clip. Maybe for 2.5, 3 yards a clip, but it ain't gonna, and that's what normally would just break our guys' will, because now here come Donovan. Donovan like, I gotta save today. So hey, he come running up, and all of a sudden he's like, okay, you gonna run up here, we're gonna run this tight end right up where you just left. So smarter team, better players. This could be, I said at the beginning of the year, within the first 3 weeks, man, it was a lot of block kicks, a lot of this. Is it a changing of the guard year? Is the Bears going to be a one-hit wonder? Is Carolina a one-hit wonder? Are we just making a run? Is this a changing of the guards? Next year this thing will be back. Oh, here come Kansas City. Here come Philadelphia. Oh, they go Detroit. Is this, thing evening out now? Is the parity that the owners want? Is it you got to ask these questions, because this has been a weird year. Even in college football, it's been kind of a weird year.
And see, the part that you don't want or you don't like is, let's say Kansas City has a bad year.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Andy's still going to be there. Spag's still going to be there. Mahomes still going to be there.
Schedule.
And now you get a weaker schedule, and now you pick a 12th.
Right.
So now they go get another monster out of the draft. Right? They load up and they go get, they'll get the receiver out of USC.
Right.
They go get one of the, you know what I'm saying? They go get one of these cats, and you be like, God.
Get another Chris Jones.
You see what I'm saying? Like they mess around and they have a down year, and this is the part that happens. And I think it was I don't know if I was talking to you, Nate, or not, or you were talking to me, or we were talking to each other. But the conversation came up. And I'm using Kansas City as a reference. Is you think about Kansas City could just be hitting a wall in the sense of they've played the final game of the season.
Thank you.
Or like
3 and 4 more games than
anybody. They've played it like Mahomes and all the
Friday.
They have an entire season worth of games on their backs over the last 4 or 5 years. They're constantly playing until February, while most cats is shut down in December.
Yeah, they're in Mexico.
You know what I mean? With you.
Yep.
They right there with you, drinking a Dos Equis, what is it called? Dos Equis? And a Cowboy Rita. They got a Cowboy Rita. But like that eventually just that wear and tear because while most people are starting to kind of get rest and bodies recovering and, they're just ending. And then now by the time they bodies recover, it's time to ramp up again. And now you're looking at draft and OTAs and minicamp while other cats is coming in there with more energy, bodies fresher. They've played
vengeance on their mind.
Yeah, they've played 4 or 5 more games more than anybody else over the last 4 or 5 years. And sometimes just catch up to you. Now, I would love to have that luxury of saying, hey,
I'll be tired.
Yeah.
5 years.
To only since Patrick Mahomes started, that they've never played in nothing less than an AFC championship game.
That's unbelievable.
For the last 6 years. 6 or 7 years, they've never played in nothing less than an AFC championship game since Patrick Mahomes has been the quarterback.
That's unbelievable. And I didn't even know the standings in the AFC South. Jacksonville's in first place, Indy, and then Houston. And all of them have over 7 wins, which that's wild to me that
they rolling.
Jacksonville's quietly, winning that division. All right, fellas. Got a couple of minutes left. Kurt, anything you want to talk about since you're not going to be here the rest of the week?
Well, I'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
So tomorrow,
you know what? Kurt, just take tomorrow off. We got it. Just take the rest of the week.
Cool.
Wow.
So tomorrow we do everything.
How did you think that defense secondary? I mean, you got Mahomes again containing him is. I'm hesitant to say it's a problem for the defense because he does that to everybody. He just hard to contain. But how did you think the secondary held up? They had a few guys get open. They had some big plays. But overall, is this secondary getting any better, thankfully, hopefully?
I think the secondary gets better because you're creating pressure up front. And those are always tied on a string. The rush to the coverage to the rush. And as long as you're able to generate more pressure in the pocket, get quarterbacks off their spot, then DBs won't have to cover that long. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that was that was a big part of the problem early in the year, is that quarterbacks had 4, 5, 6 seconds to just listen. You can put prime Deion Sanders out there. He can't cover for 6 seconds. I'm sorry.
You gotta, and the thing is, just like our offensive line, they gotta get healthy. Yeah. Every week we got 2 different new corners, so that's a testament to these guys. The ones that are there and healthy are working hard, knowing where. Half the thing in the NFL is knowing where to be, or being in the vicinity, to give yourself a chance to make a play. And this is what these guys are doing now. They're in the vicinity. Now, can they stay healthy? Every week it's a new guy at one of the cornerback positions. So nobody's getting comfortable at where they are and into this system. So they got to get healthy. They got to get healthy, man.
Did you like what the offensive line did?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Like I said, if you Jake Ferguson is a part of the offensive line. He's officially a member now. They should only give him a 79 or something, because he's got to help. The backs have been doing a nice job of picking up the blitzes. They didn't really, besides that first one where Dak threw the interception, where they heated it up quick. They heated it up. Like Jess said, the dude is a psycho, man. He, okay, if I gotta bring a guy off the corner, we blitzing, bro. We zone blitzing. We gonna bring one more than you can block, and that happened last night at the end of for the 2-point conversion with Washington versus coach said, we bringing one more than you can block. And that one guy got his hands up to bat the ball out. You saw the guy
wide open,
but he got up. If I'm bringing one, I'd rather lose. What would you have done last night? Because me and my wife kick the field goal, do like the Cowboys, get a tie. What would you have done, Jess? You'd have went for it?
I would have went for it. I mean,
yeah.
They're 3-8, right?
Right.
At this point in time, I'm playing spoiler.
Right.
We ain't going nowhere.
What you gonna do, Kurt? You kicking it, or you?
I don't know.
If I was 8-3,
right,
and had serious contentions, to do something,
you'd feel goal.
I kicked the extra point, and I'm like, the way that defense has been on the field the last 2 drives,
yeah,
I like our chances.
Right.
We get a stop, we get the ball back, we probably can drive that and kick a field goal, win the game. Right. Now, you were up against the clock in overtime, but I'll take my shot.
Just real quick before we go, because tomorrow, let's just spend the whole show on the Lions. We know what the Cowboys are.
Okay.
Offense, defense. Has Jalen Tolbert fallen completely out of basically the rotation? Has Flournoy replaced him? Just looking at snap counts, 27 for Flournoy, and then
remember how shot he was doing with the defensive tackles, Jay Toya and Mozzie?
Mm-hmm.
You get a week. All right, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, now it's your turn.
Is that what we're doing?
So that's what Jalen Tolbert. Welcome to the next. Next week you'll probably see Mingo be up and Tolbert be down. But hey, I don't feel bad. Tolbert, you had a shot, and you were a favorite.
Yes.
From the quarterback and the OC, but when you don't produce with those opportunities, it leaves him no choice but to say, all right, let's see what the next guy has.
Yeah. All right, fellas, good stuff. Tomorrow, the Lions, last show of the week till Friday. Tune in. We'll see you then.
Now you can eat your tater bread.
Hang with the boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!